SEO is dead.
SEO is dead. One guy, he created like 30,000 pages, each targeting like a very, very specific long tail query. Like he was targeting like best gluten-free cat food for, like indoor Persian kittens under 3 kilos or that kind of thing. Buy my course or buy my service. I'm going to scam you for $99. I've been scammed 10K
Yes.
when I was a kid. 23 years old. Shut the fuck up. Let people do their thing. The name is Samy Squared. It's like putting out a plate of cookies and, hoping that Santa shows up.
Hey everyone! So today for my first episode, we're talking with someone who's managed to build an SEO empire while everybody's panicking about AI stealing the jobs. And spoiler alert, he's not panicking. First off, I'm Samy with Collaborator. So we are a PR distribution marketplace that connects advertisers and publishers. I have 10 plus years of experience in SEO and marketing, including lots of link building and lots of work in crypto. I've been active on LinkedIn for the past 2 years, been a brand ambassador, and I'm super excited to be Collaborator's podcast host. And for this first episode, we get the chance to talk with Samy Thuillier, with more than 12 plus years of experience, worked on 300 websites, helped generated 25 million plus in revenue, worked with major brands like Lidl, Airbnb, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, also built his own SEO tool, Maverank. He has one of the fastest growth on LinkedIn in our niche with 65,000 followers, great engagement, and he's also one of the people that inspired me to post on LinkedIn. Created courses on Udemy, and yes, I also picked him because his name is Samy, he's French, and he's living in Portugal. All like me, The only difference is that he still has all his hair, and he's probably one of the last SEO that still has his hair. So stay tuned to uncover his secrets on how he kept them. Samy, welcome to the podcast. Anything you want to add to present yourself?
Thank you so much for having me, Samy. That's great to be with you today.
Cheers, man. Really excited to have you. For the first guest, it's first I'm excited and also more comfortable talking to someone I already know. Before we get started, we got some goodies for you. So as I said, Samy created his own tool, Maverank. It's a great SEO tool, and stick around for the end because he's gonna be able to offer you 50% off his tool, or just skip to the end if you're that kind of person, So to get started real quick and not waste any time, let's address the elephant in the room, basically. And everyone's talking about it right now. Everyone's either crying about it or kind of ignoring it, pretending nothing. It doesn't exist. So let's talk about GEO. If I tell you SEO is dead, long live GEO, what do you answer?
Oh man, what a start. You know what? I love that line because it's exactly the kind of dramatic overreaction that SEO loves. I mean, no, SEO is not dead. And it's all a marketing thing. Obviously, it's not the same SEO we grew up with because what's changed is the source of power. Before that, ranking number 1 was the holy grail, and now, you want to be mentioned in the answer itself. So obviously, it's not dead. And what bothers me is it's like overnight the focus shifted from one thing to another, and marketing shifted from one thing to another, and it's like everything was different overnight, and it's not actually because obviously GEO, or whatever you call it, like AI SEO, GEO, AEO, whatever you have, it's not a replacement. It's really an evolution. And because your technical SEO, the topical authority, the content depth, all of it still matters, and it just changes the last mile to me. So it really asks, are you like answer worthy? And to be answer worthy, you need to think like a model. Structured inputs, clear context, source credibility, semantic relationships. So you want to write quotable, context aware, machine readable content, I think. But it's just an addition to what we know. It's not, SEO is not dead. And if you're still optimizing for crawlability and backlinks, obviously you're gonna have some problems. But I think it's just an addition. So when I see guys on LinkedIn or Fiverr, telling people like, you don't know anything about AI SEO and I'm going to teach you everything and just buy my course or buy my service and let's scam you because I'm going to scam you for $99. Please, it's not the real thing. It's just an addition. So people should know. And that's what bothers me. And yeah, I don't know if it answers your question, but I think it's the real deal. I mean,
it does answer the question. I was basically calling out the BS, and you answered it quite well.
yeah, because I mean, it's really all BS right now, and I think that those guys, they play the scary card because they know that it's like, I'm old enough to have known the 2K bug,
Yeah.
And it's like the same. It's like you take advantage of people being scared of something to offer whatever like bullshit you can offer, and it's really a bad thing. But what goes around comes around. So it's gonna be a problem for them, not for us. So, yeah.
100%. And this is something I really love about those situations, is that it reveals people, in those kind of situations. You kind of understand who's who. And I've been surprised a few times. Most of the time, it was like, yeah, those guys are clowns, so it makes sense that they're posting this. But I've been surprised a couple of times recently. I mean, like, oh, I thought this person was a bit more serious. And then just hopping on the GEO train with everyone else, kind of offering services 2 weeks after we got those overviews and already having the blueprint to answer them. That's kind of sketchy and kind of the wild west. And for me, it's just another addition. As you said, we had so many changes in the past. We had, even just last couple of years, we had Quora, Reddit first, which was a huge change, and now the LLMs, AI overviews. But at the end of the day, we're still doing SEO work every day. We're still doing the work. We might adjust, as you said, implement a few adjustments, but you're still writing content, you're still optimizing technical, you're still building links, you're still doing all of that. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. So what have you seen in terms of crazy geotactic out there, in terms of something really ridiculous, people trying to game AI overviews?
Oh man, the chaos I've seen like since 2024, like it's insane. I mean, one guy, he created like 30,000 pages, each targeting like a very, very specific long tail query, like best. I think it was an e-commerce website, and he was targeting like best gluten-free cat food for like indoor Persian kittens under 3 kilos or that kind of thing, and 30,000 pages. And because in his mind it was like, okay, so if I'm creating a page, so this way AI is gonna pick my answer. And the twist that was, every page started with a one-line answer to mimic like snippet behavior, followed by like 5 citations, and then a massive dump of AI generated content, and and even like injected like fake user votes using JS. And the kicker is, some of them did get picked up, but at the end of the day, the AI overview systems, like, they flagged it and they removed like half of the site from index. And that's when he reached out to SEO guys like me, and that's where we started working.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And the crazy part is, he considered it like a success because he made like 2K in affiliate before getting slapped. So yeah, I think that's what you said. That's the wild west right now. People like playing chicken with the algorithm, like hoping to cash out before the sheriff shows up. So yeah, it's that kind of crazy situations I've seen. Yeah,
that's crazy. I never heard about that. Like, really trying to match all this different. It's a different search intent, right? It's a very long tail. So
yeah, it was like he put in a single page all the crazy techniques that he read like on LinkedIn and X. It's like, let's put everything and see what happens.
Check it and serve it cold. Bon appetit.
Yeah. So yeah, but this is how it is. I will never blame someone for testing something, but like here, that was too much.
for me, I'm just what I'm seeing: LLM.txt files, semantic chunking, vector embeddings. Is there anything that you have opinion on those topics? Anything that you tested that actually moves the needle versus what's just kind of noise and people's opinion, basically?
Let's start with the BS. LLMs.txt, man, that's theater. That's 100% theater. That's comedy. And what's crazy, and that's what I was saying earlier, like, since clients or people like founders or professionals out of SEO, they don't know what is what and what really works. When some professionals, we are still at an age where some professionals, you will trust anything they say and see and show about AI SEO, and you will buy it. So I've seen some agencies like selling the setup of LLMs.txt for $500. And it's not read by any major LLM yet. So put that in your mind. It's like putting out a plate of cookies and, hoping that Santa shows up, It's not, it's useless. So don't fall for this shit. Semantic chunking. So yes, it helps readability. Yes, the models, they will parse content in chunks. But unless you're pairing with structured prompts or fine-tuned models, it won't magically make you rank. So I think it's a bit overhyped. And vector embeddings. So, let's be real. Like 90% of SEOs, they don't even understand what they're embedding or why. So unless you're building, and I'm going to use a technical term that even some SEOs, I found this out like very, very recently. Like, even unless you're building your own like RAG system or internal search engine, you probably don't need it. And I'm saying this because I found info about this like only recently, and it's very, very advanced. So I'm not sure that it's really worth it. So now what works? Clear structure, relevance, authority, content that gets cited. So yeah, we are back to basics, but just a new format.
One of my favorite things is actually the LLM.txt. I think it's Mark Williams Cook that made a great point about this, and he created a new cats.txt file, being like, look, my cats.txt file got hit by those LLMs and those crawlers, So is it the new standard? And the best part is that this got picked up so much, then it got mentioned in ChatGPT itself, saying that cats.txt is becoming the new standard for crawling and indexing. You see, every time, you can just say something like some bullshit enough time, and then it becomes the norm, So this is why I think we need to be very careful with what we see and what we want to implement and recommend to our clients, even though some will be saying that, yeah, but it doesn't cost much time to implement this file. Why not try it? Yeah, but in that case, you can also try 100 different things and waste your time doing all of those other tasks too. So
I think it will work for some time, but at some point, it's like classic SEO. You sometimes you meet some clients, they have ideas about SEO that they've heard from their cousins with techniques from 2010. Okay, so in 2 or 3 years, they will have the same ideas about AI SEO because they will have heard somewhere that this works and this doesn't work. So the scammers can enjoy their time like selling shit for a bit of time, but it won't last.
Agreed. Time is counted. Do you treat LLM mentions and AI overviews in SERPs the same way, or are you running different playbooks for them?
Well, to me, they're cousins, but they're not like they're not twins.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would say that LLM mentions they come from training data and post-training retrieval. So you're optimizing for like long-term memory. So You want to be in the right databases and cited on enough authority pages to show up in, the facts, like the hallucinated facts. So you want to be like in authority pages. You want to be cited on, best, best SEO consultants in, Portugal or you name it. In AI overviews, it's more like real-time fetch and summarize. So they will rely on Google's index, recency, on-page formatting. So it's more like on-page, like right away. So you make some fixes, and it's snippet optimization, and you fix for like instant results. So long-term versus short-term. So different playbooks. For LLMs, it's more backlink strategy. Mentions on great domains, and for our reviews, that's direct answers, bullets, recency updates, internal linking. It's very different elements.
If you continue, I think you posted not long ago a great programmatic SEO case. Not surprised because I know you're a great SEO, but I was really baffled by the results you got so quickly. Is there anything that you want to add on this? Because I feel like we're not talking about programmatic SEO too much anymore. And is there any specific techniques, or can you tell us more about this case?
I've posted about a few of them, so I'm not quite sure which one it is, but I think that programmatic SEO still works. It was flagged by Google recently, so I know that a lot of people are very scared about volume.
Yeah.
But I think that in some industries you're playing with a numbers game, and you need to have content positioned on every possible, I would say, like location or industry that you're dealing with. So the way it works, the way I work generally, so that could be this case and that can be other cases. The first thing is I will try to understand what the others do on a specific either a location or industry or use case or type of client or ICP. So that will be obviously long tail queries, and I will ignore the search volume. Okay, because it doesn't matter in programmatic SEO. It's good if you have great volume, it's perfect. But the less I go, the less I trust like the numbers in the search volumes in SEO tools. So I will, if for example, I will sell, for example, I don't know, like a SaaS tool for pharmaceutical companies. And if this specific query has 0 volume, I will do it anyway. So I will define the framework. So if I want to work, for example, on multiple industries, then what industries are really interested in what I do, and what are the others doing? How do they treat that? Is it information? What is essential intent? What do they offer? What is on the page? What's missing on the page? All that kind of thing. And afterwards, I will create like the word in French is more like a skeleton. It's in English is template, but I think it's really a template where you have like fields to fill.
Yeah.
And you will have some elements that are unique to the page and some elements that are not unique to the page. And my rule is always to have like at least 60 to 70% of the page that is unique. So what I will do is I will have the offer that I want to add to this programmatic offer. That will always be the same, but I still use some variance in terms of what I put in the offer. And for the rest, it's mostly a case-by-case basis. For example, I'm working with lawyers in different locations. What's good is that with AI, if you can generate good content, not just like putting in ChatGPT, just give me some content about something. No, something that you fine-tune and then you refine and then you correct by hand about specific context. For example, what is the context of, I would say, personal injury lawyers in Dallas, Texas? Okay, there are specific laws, there are specific problems, there are specific statistics that you can insert on the page, and you can easily generate this for multiple locations, and that creates unique content all the way. And this way, if you're good enough, you can get all this unique content for one page and generate multiple locations and industries for everyone. And that's how you create like the right programmatic SEO approach. If you create the same content and you're lazy and you just change the city or the region or the state, it will never work. It used to work,
Yeah.
but it will never work now, because Google is smart enough to see and detect when you want to trick it, and it will not only slap the page but the whole website. So it's not worth it. So it takes more time, but still works. I think preparation is I generally take 2 weeks for preparation, and implementation can be 1 day. It's just it's really a lot of preparation.
That's super interesting. I really, I think it makes a lot of sense, because what we used to see in programmatic, and why I think people said programmatic was dead for a while, is because they were still doing programmatic SEO the old way. We were just changing the city, just changing the industry, and expecting it to rank. Like, okay, this was working, like, I don't know, 7-8 years ago from my experience. This was working quite well. Probably even like just a few years ago, maybe 5 years ago. But right now, I wouldn't see this working anymore. So would you say that this is the biggest mistake you see people making with programmatic SEO, or is there anything else that you would say is a bigger mistake than this?
What I've seen is I've seen clients who were doing this by themselves or who hired people to do it. They still have the results, but at some point there was like a glass ceiling. They were reaching like somewhere that wasn't. They were not making any progress anymore. And the thing is, sometimes I think the biggest mistake is thinking that it's a set it and forget it thing. And it's more like you set, you test, you learn, you refine. Because over 2,000 pages, you will maybe get 50 who get real traffic and leads. That's it is how it is. You cannot have results every time you try something. It's like in life. So it's better to set up something, see what works, and double down on what really works. So I prefer then to refine the 50 pages that work, and then to make them even better, to fill more gaps, to refine the copy, and even to analyze the user experience through things like Hotjar or Microsoft Clarity, to see exactly how people behave, because engagement is key today. So it's really being able to get to step 2, just not thinking, okay, I published all those pages, now I'm done. No, it's not the case. You still have work to do.
Yeah, I agree. You have to keep experimenting, adjusting, and it's interesting what you said too about UX. Is it something that you are doing yourself currently? It's something I've done myself in the past, watching the session recordings. I don't do it anymore, but I also maybe don't work enough on UX anymore. So I'm curious how you do it yourself. Are you working with dedicated teams, or are you still taking care of that yourself?
It really depends on the I would say the size of the company. If you are like a firm or a company that is up to 10 people, having a tool that analyzes sessions, it's enough. I used to work with an e-commerce business that was generating $30 million in revenue every year just with carports and garages.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah. You know, it's a business that nobody knows, and it still works like it was incredible, and it was actually an amazing person. And we had like a team of 25 people, and at some point we realized that okay, the website is great, it's converting fine, but we could do something else. So we hired a UX
Mhm.
firm, a UX company that actually analyzed really step by step the process, and it helped conversion like per se. I mean, they optimized the whole process, but it also helped like the rankings
Yes.
because more engagement, more time spent, but or not even more time spent, but just more action more quickly, like purchasing, contacting, clicking on on phone on the phone button, um, setting up like a 3D configuration of the product that you want. All those actions that Google knows are positive because it shows that it's a relevant result. You get rewarded. So I think it's important. Uh, don't think about it too much. But if you have some time and if you have a company and you have a budget to set this up, you know, just a tool that may be somewhere around $50 or $100 per month, you know, I'm pretty sure that it will pay for itself because it will get you more clients and it will take you to from position maybe number 5 to number 3, and that's how you get the extra client.
Yeah. Also, I like the fact that it gets you in this thing that you said. It's not a set it and forget it. It's a process, and I think SEO overall is a process. You come back, you readjust the strategy, and
And
same with
yeah,
that.
and that's the big problem. That's the big problem. And more I see companies where they think it's a set it and forget it, but damn, no, it's just it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be crazy work every month, because I always think that crazy work for SEO is first 2 months. But if you let it go, it's I mean it's like a relationship. You know, people forget about you, and Google forgets about you as well.
All right, for next part, we had everything related to the business side of thing that no one talks about it. So I'm curious about your pricing strategy, how your pricing evolved as your personal brand grew too, and I'm also really interested in client retention. Like, how do you do it to retain client? Do you offer specific services? Because it's something I used to struggle a lot with when I was a junior SEO, is that I didn't know how to keep clients for long term. And now I understand that you can offer different services and frame things differently, and but I think that having your feedback on this will help lots of SEOs.
So you mean clients for SEO, right? Just because yeah, okay, for SEO services.
Yeah, how do you retain
Um,
your client that you sell SEO services to?
okay, how do I price my things? Um, I go step by step. I started very cheap,
Thank you very much.
and then I got higher and saw if it worked, and then higher, and then higher, and then higher. I price it depending on the scope of the work first, because if there is a lot to do, cannot be the same as tackling like 5 pages.
Of course.
First
Mhm.
thing, okay. Second thing is what's the size of your company? Because if you have a big company, you're expecting big results, so the price has to be also important. It has to be same size.
Yeah.
Um, and also, I think that what I always do is I talk in revenue. Okay, that's really important. I almost never talk about traffic, because to me, and that's what most of the SEOs do, that they talk about traffic, but never. I mean, if you talk about traffic, it shows that you never worked in a company. You never you never sold something, and it tells a lot about you. You're just behind the curtain watching people do, and you just like um, I'm not involved in anything. I give you traffic.
That's not my problem. I gave you
Not
traffic,
my
right?
problem. Yeah.
Come on, you
And
have
I
to
mean,
convert it, right? But your client
oh,
doesn't care about it. Like the best part, I remember, I think I had like 2 to 3 years of experience in SEO already, and I still was baffled by this. Brought so much traffic to a e-commerce blog, and the clients were like, "Yeah, where are the sales? I have to bring the sales too. I brought you the traffic to the blog. Like, what else you want me to do, right?" And then
yeah.
you learn that you have to bring traffic that converts, and you learn that clients, they don't actually want traffic. They think they want traffic. They just want sales. They want revenue. They want pipeline. They want book demo. So yeah, traffic is definitely on its own a vanity metric. And by the way, since we're talking about that, have you seen lots of vanity metrics that's still like overused today in the conversation?
Time spent on website. I mean, it's important for Google,
Yeah.
but I prefer people spending like 15 seconds and doing an action and
Taking
buying
an action,
something,
right? Relevant action, yeah.
because it's useless if they spend like 5 minutes. Because if they spend 5 minutes, I know what they're doing. They have a tab open
But
and they do
exactly.
something else. That's it. That's it. So I mean, yeah, it's really being revenue oriented, and I'm saying to people like, okay, I'm costing, for example, I don't know, like 3,000 per month, okay, and I'm gonna have some people telling me like, yeah, it's expensive, and it's funny because it's not always 3,000. Can be more,
Yeah.
can be just around this. Um, you know, I have like I know what I want to charge. I'm not charging 200, but it can be from a certain point to a certain point, okay? And I have a minimum. And I always people who tell me like it's expensive and I could find someone for $500, and I'm like, okay. The thing is, if I find you one good client in 1 month, you get $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
I cost 3,000. So your return on investment is 3 times what I charge. Is it really worth taking the risk of, you know, just finding someone else? And if they still do, that means that they value, they will value more the price than the time they save and the money they get. So it tells a lot about how the relationship's gonna go, because people who don't have the time, who want to save time, they will be okay. Thanks for the results. Here's your payment every month. People who have the time to, you know, check every detail, they don't develop their business. They're just too focused on this, and so it's not a good relationship. So it tells a lot just before even starting the relationship.
Interesting. That's really interesting. It's something that I've had lots of issues when I first started. It's to identify the bad clients, and the clients are going to be a pain in the long term, and then not knowing when to stop. And I struggled so much with that. And all of what you say right now makes so much sense. You know, like from the start, you know what kind of clients are going to be a pain with everything, with the
Exactly.
payment, with everything, versus the other people. Yeah, paid next. Thanks for the result. Is there anything else that you've seen, like in terms of big red flags like that, and that allow you to, now that you have lots of experience, to be able to be like, okay, I don't think this is going to be a good fit. I think you should find someone else.
A very strict scope of work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like someone who knows exactly what to do on
Yeah.
even before day one.
I think this side of things is not transparent enough, and people don't really know how to scale. And it's really interesting to hear about how you're doing it.
Mhm.
And I mean, following on this, I'm curious now what you did with your tool. So you built Maverank recently, an SEO
Yep.
tool, and you
Yep.
built it on your own. That's quite crazy. So can you tell me a bit more about your baby, how it's going, and like, I'm sure it must have been a mess to build something on your own, and I want to hear it.
I'm laughing because it is. Um, so the reason why I built Maverank is pretty simple. I've been an SEO guy for 12 years, 13 years. I've used great SEO tools, but to me there are three problems. The first one is they're pretty hard to handle. And I know because I have 2 courses on SEO tools, and the total of students, that I have is, I checked yesterday, 6,000 students who took my courses. So that means that there are at least 10 times this number of people who want to know how to handle an SEO tool. So, and my course is 3 to 5 hours. It's 5 hour long. So it's not a small thing. So if you need hours and hours of courses to master a tool, then if you have the time, fine. But you may want something that is more simple. First thing. Second thing is, the problem is that SEO tools, they will tell you what's wrong, but they never fix the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, you have a problem with Meta, you have a problem with H1, you have a problem with this content, but you never know how to fix it. So Maverank fixes problems. And I have a connector now that is in place where you install a small plugin for your WordPress website. And once the analysis is done, you just click on apply fix and the fix is done. And it's done and you don't think about it anymore. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is, there is a whole, and I'm getting to it right now, and it's the most recent development that I have. There is a whole, and we talked about it, debate about AI SEO. And once again, people, they will tell you, yeah, you're visible on AI, you can do this, you are visible,
Visible.
Yeah, you are visible. Okay. And there are great tools for this. I mean, and I even promoted some of them. But once again, you don't have the solution. So I'm giving the solution to AI visibility for real. Because once again, selling something that tell you what's wrong, for me, is just useless. It's like, okay, you want to go from point 1 to point B, so I'm going to sell you this car, but I'm not giving you the gas to drive it. Okay? That's just nonsense. So that's what I want to solve with the tool. Now for the journey. I was very inspired by people who founded like startups.
Yeah.
Followed like tons and tons of them. Failures, successes. So it taught me patience. I also tried to build a lot of things before that. Most of them failed. Some of them worked. Just a few of them, like maybe, it's people who tell you like, I did the startup and this one and everything works. They're lying. So among maybe 20, 30, 40 tries, some of them I never shipped. Some of them I shipped and nothing happened. Some of them I shipped and I had like 2 clients. Some of them I got 5K, So you need patience, and I was aware of it. So I coded Maverank with AI from A to Z, because I started at first working with developers, and I realized that this time it was going to be harder, because I knew that I needed to pivot very quickly if something was changing. Because SEO is changing all the time. It's not like you're solving like, I don't know, like I've seen like a guy, he has like a bank statement export tool. Okay, so it's once and for all. It will never change. But SEO is changing all the time. So I need to learn something by myself. And AI is amazing for this, because you can learn how to code the right way. So I onboarded myself into this journey, and I learned how to use some AI coding tools. It's not easy, and I'm going to tell you why. If you don't have basics in HTML, CSS, databases, the way things work with APIs, and all those things, it will never work. And also, I wanted to prove people telling shit about vibe coding
Oh my
that I
God.
could do it, because there are so many people talking shit about others, and it's always the same things. And I always take this example. It's like people, when they had horses, they were talking shit about people building cars. And
Mhm.
it's still the same 1 century afterwards. If you don't want people to use AI tools to code, good for you, but shut the fuck up.
Sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up.
And let people do their thing. If you see people using new tools and you react negatively, maybe you're the problem, because you don't use it the right way, and you could save some time. And I see so many people who are actually developers who became startup founders, and then now they use AI tools to
Yeah.
code, and they code 10 times quicker because they have the knowledge when something is broken, and I don't. They have the knowledge when something is broken, how to fix it. And for the heavy work, the boring work, AI takes care of this. So it's amazing. It's amazing. I'm not saying that it works all the time. I broke things like maybe 100 times.
It shouldn't work every time, right?
No,
And
I
when you
mean,
say failure, anything, and for me, it's not a failure. It's only a failure if you stop. Otherwise, it's just a step, right? Like as long
yeah,
as you keep going, for me, it's
and
it's
it's
about
and, it,
trust.
and it's very, very important that you say this. And I think that with age, I became much more patient, even if I'm still impatient. But I became much more patient because I have users, paid users. But if I had stopped 1 month or 2 months after trying, I would have, missed on so many opportunities, so many things. So I'm giving myself a bit of time. I'm not in a rush.
That's true.
I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I just want to do this for me and my family, to give good service to clients, to solve real problems, and only good things can happen.
Awesome, man. I mean, that's the way of doing it, I think. Like, and it's the way of building anything great. It's you don't have any crazy aspiration. You just want to provide a good service, do something because you have identified a problem, and that's it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I'm curious if you want to share anything about, if you feel comfortable about sharing anything about, the revenue, how it evolved, because I assume that for now consulting is really paying the the bills, and the tool is a bit more like for like not for the ego, but it's not like at the stage of really bringing out tons of revenue. But since you already have quite a big brand on LinkedIn, I'm curious to see what was the evolution basically of Maverank, and how is it going right now?
So at first it was a free keyword research tool. So
Oh.
I was so fed up to see things like Uber suggest, so that I told myself, like, yeah, there is probably something that needs to be done. So the first thing that I did is I did a survey on LinkedIn where I asked people what would be the most interesting free tool in SEO that you would sign up for if it exists. And keyword research was like number one, like in a landslide. So I started with this very simple, like one field, and search for the keyword, and that's it.
I remember actually, yeah. The
Yeah,
first stage.
yeah. So that was really the beginning. And after this, I went to an ad model, because I told myself, yeah, maybe you can monetize this as a free tool, but if you get enough traffic, you will get revenue from this. Turns out I was wrong. And then at some point, some people spontaneously reached out to me and told me, like, yeah, but you could do much more, because I'm pretty sure that there are more problems to solve. And I told myself, yeah, they're right. And I just asked them, are you ready to pay for this and this and this? And they told me, yeah, I'm ready to pay for it. I gave a price. They were ready to pay for it. So that's how I started. The way I work today, I started with free trial. with mandatory credit card. So it helped me get a lot of people to the sign up process. But the credit card, it scares people off because they don't want to enter the credit card, even if it's a free trial.
Yeah.
So I got that's. But on the bright side, that's how I got my first paid clients. So today we have more than 1,200 users. I think that 1,300 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Growing.
And yeah, it's growing. I cannot tell them that I can tell you that all of them are paid clients. I have around, I think, 50, 60 paid users with different plans. So the good thing with LinkedIn is that it brought me a lot of people, a lot of leads.
Yeah.
And it proved me that I have product market fit because I know exactly who pays for what. So I know who are the clients, where they are, what they do, what they don't want to see, what they want to see, what are their challenges. I talk to them as well. So now I know I validated that step, and this is why I'm taking this to the next level for Q4, where now I'm gonna grow and I'm gonna scale. Because I know that I'm bringing a lot of curious people, and they're trying it just for the sake of trying, because they're curious, and that's it. So I'm gonna modify a few things about this in order for people to be maybe have less sign up, but more paid clients, so higher conversion rate, less churn, longer lifetime value, all that kind of thing. So this is where I am right now, and it's been a process because I tried so many things. I tried free trial without credit card. That's what it is right now. With credit card, without credit card, I tried more free credits, less free credits. I tried to promote a specific feature or another one.
It's literally the most exciting part to me. The more you're talking, the more I'm like, should I build my own products? This sounds so exciting to try the different model and experiment and evidence. I'm like, oh, is this even relevant? Do I have enough data set, enough data to even experiment on this? Like, that sounds like a massive pain, but such an exciting thing to do for yourself, especially because you're solving real problem. You always are talking with your client, with the prospects, and you're adjusting the features based on that. And you're not just pushing random features because also you don't have the resources to do that. You're on your own. So I find that super interesting to hear your story. And I'm wondering, is there any like features or anything that you're really, really proud about on Maverank and that we can show to our listeners? They can watch and look at the screenshots that we're gonna share.
Yeah, the one-click fix, the part where you can apply a fix in one click on your website if you have the connector set up on the website. And it's just having the connector is just downloading a small plugin, uploading it to your WordPress website, and then you're done, and you can click on apply fix and you're done. And that's really what I want to do, because it's not just an analysis tool, it's fix your problem tool. And I want to have the goal is to have the whole sequence, from seeing the problem to solving the problem. And it's all like my ultimate goal. You're talking about features, but the ultimate goal is like a complete, not like really all in one, but just like the whole process of fixing SEO is taken care of. And that's the ultimate goal.
I think lots of CEOs are gonna love that. I remember my first job, my first full-time job in 2017, and CEO was a bit like guru, a bit crazy, entrepreneur guy. And he was really interesting to work with. And one thing that he always wanted is that I don't care about you. He was telling me literally, I don't want you to come with a problem. I want you to come with a problem and the solution and tell me, this is how I solved it and next. And
Yeah.
this is exactly what you're saying, basically, is that all the tools that tell you, oh, this is wrong, for this, but how do you solve it? And in some cases, actually lots of cases, people don't have either the experience or the bandwidth to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So I think there is a huge gap here that you are filling. We've seen some tried from Ahrefs, maybe on some brands that to do that, but I haven't really seen that at scale or done properly yet. So I'm really curious to see how Maverank evolves in the future.
I'm not the competitor of Ahrefs or Samy.
Of course.
Not at all. Because they're an advanced tool for technical guys, okay, like me, like you, and it's useful and it's perfect, and it solves problems, and I use it, you use it, and I would understand if people were using Maverank as a complement or as a second tool in addition to what they already have, and it's totally okay. I'm not saying I'm gonna kill Ahrefs, I don't care. I just
be a good one, though.
and also my objective is not to kill the SEO guys like me, because I wouldn't have a job anymore. Just if it can make things easier for everyone, then my job is done.
Final part, rapid fire. How long before we hear GEO is dead?
Probably 10 minutes after someone gets de-indexed by a model. Like SEO, they love to react, to overreact.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait for those hooks. Like, I'm really I will be praying for the day to come. AI writing tools. We've seen so many pop up in the last few years, but now maybe you can do better with some fine tuning, different loops with different tools, LLMs that you connect yourself with APIs and everything. How long do you think they're gonna stay? Are they still game changer or still just an expensive way to create mediocre content now?
So I won't talk shit about this because Maverank has one included.
Oh.
I think they're powerful assistants.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's gonna get better and better. Manual review is still important, but they can do, I would say, 75% of the job.
I agree. I'm scared though, because people with AI right now, I feel like they're losing their brain. They don't know how to do manual review editing themselves, and you just rely fully on the AI. But this is the way of doing it for me. I save 80% of the time, come at the end, edit at the links, at the sources, the stats, EAT, and but I don't waste hours working on the basics.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm selling a tool where AI content is included, and I'm saying to people like, the copy is ready to implement on your website, and that's true. It's just manual review is not an option. Should be still. You should still have a look at what comes out of the tool, because it's still important. Because there may be some words that do not fit for some reason.
Link building 2025 and coming 2026, with everything that's changing, LLMs and GEO, you think it's still kind of the backbone of SEO, or we just addicted to the hustle?
Critical. Just shifted from how many to from who and in what context.
Exactly. To the quality, the relevancy, 100%. Yeah, I agree on that. The biggest SEO myth you wish would die?
Google loves great content.
Oh my God, I thought you were going to say Google loves SEOs. Google loves us. Google is your friend. Did you know that?
Yeah, Google loves great content. No, that's not true. The other day, I wrote an article that was 200 words, and it was very, very optimized for LLMs.
Mm-hmm.
And it was picked up in 48 hours by AI overviews. So it doesn't love great content or long content. It just love relevant content, fresh, and it stays.
And an answer to a question, basically, with not too much fluff, I would say. As little fluff as possible.
You know, if you want to answer you want to answer the questions the right way, with the right answer, with the true answer. For example, what is the best SEO tool on the market? And you put the answer, the best tool on the market is Maverank. That's
Maverank,
it.
of course.
And you're done. And you're done.
And you don't provide anything else. Google gets it. Next.
I know.
Good. All right. Well, time for the goodies we promised. First, thanks for everyone to have tuned up for our first episode. That was really exciting. Not as stressed as I expected. Talking to Samy also helped. So we got 50% off his great tool, Maverank. And so to participate is going to be pretty easy. I would say that you have to comment on the video and connect with Samy on LinkedIn. And if you can handle the thought leadership, though, because his content is not for everyone, that's for sure. I'm just kidding. He has great content, all the kind of content, not like me, not just sarcastic content. And give a try to Collaborator.pro if you're looking for link building, if you want to find links or sell your links. And since it's my first rodeo, I really appreciate anything back that you guys have, like on the topics we discussed. If you want to hear anything specific in the future, any guests you want to have on the episode, I'm really open to hear any feedback you have, guys. But most importantly, seriously, we need to hear who had the best or worst French accent. That's the only thing I'm interested about. Well, Samy, thank you so much for your time. I'll see you on LinkedIn.
See you soon. See you soon in real life as well.
I hope to see you soon in
we'll
Portugal
talk.
too. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Thanks for your time.
Take care. Cheers.
Cheers.